Thank you. Hopefully this doesn't come back later to bite me in the butt. Diana ran a hand through her hair and looked around the room, pressing her lips into a fine line.
So, about all of you participating in the war, you all obviously need to train.
Yes, we do. On top of that, because somebody to train me how to deal with the spirit. Everyone nodded in agreement to Diana's statement. While we weren't battle ready, we still needed to at least know how to defend ourselves. Diana overlooked at me. Oh no.
You, most of all.
Yes, I'm aware, but killing anyone else have another problem. I have a third party in my head. Me. I was suddenly confused. How come I was the odd one out? That I have to be ready the most. The last thing I remembered about me training was that Diana was against the idea altogether. Diana sighed a room to temple. Oh dear, we're giving her another headache.
Apparently, there are guidelines to breaking this
Of course there are.
Not only do we have to kill the Demon Lord, but you have to be nearby when it happens for the curse to even break.
Who makes up these curses and you know how to break them? They need to sort these rules out. They are ridiculous. That makes no sense. Where did you learn this?
Shadow. He spent the night trying to find alternative ways to break your curse. Unfortunately, we didn't find anything of the sort, but we found the guidelines to breaking it.
That is absolutely ridiculous. No wonder. This is silly. Also, how do I know the spirit hasn't got the incubi mixed up? Maybe she means icky man to the other one. To the Demon Lord, because he's an icky man. Well, it still makes no sense.
Even while it doesn't, it's still better to be safe than sorry. I don't want to kill him and then still have you stuck here because of an error.
I could only sigh and take it in, so I had to be there when the Demon Lord fell. Great, Diana waved her hand dismissively through the air, breaking my potential thought.
Anyway, we can't have you dying on the way there, and we can't monitor you when we're in battle. You should at least know how to defend yourself. That's why we've come up with a solution.
Or you could just wait to see what happens. I mean, if they try to stop him, I'm pretty sure the barrier will come back.
Huh? What solution?
Simple. The other rebel leaders and Sarah have agreed that if you'd like a trainer to enhance your abilities, you can train with one of them.
Okay. I stared, seeing Stager step forward with a nod.
Each of the leaders is proficient in a different area of magic and battle strategy, good enough for self-defense. I can't speak for the others, but I can assure you that with Sarah's skill and training methods, you will be well prepared by the time the siege arrives.
Sarah nodded and bowed to me slightly. While I was splashed the idea, did I really need a trainer? I knew Taekwondo, and at least knew how to defend myself, demon or not. Then again, we were in the Demon Lord where magic was the norm. What would the others teach me? Diana ran a hand through her hair again, looking to the side as she listed off each leader of their skills.
Sergeant is a brute demon, bred from a nomadic tribe. He most likely teach you the ways of the brute demon, using your fists and speed to keep you alive.
Don't see this character doing very well with that one.
Shadow is, by definition, a shadow demon, so he'd probably teach you about dark magic, light manipulation, and assassination.
I like the sound of that.
Rabbit is a wild magic-based animal demon, using her animal-focused energy as her weapon. She'd probably teach you how to do the same. Fae? I am honestly not sure. I know they can change their size and use elemental magic as well, but to be honest, I do not know what they would teach you.
Well, we're gonna choose Shadow, seeing as Shadow's the one I'm interacting with. Diana nodded. Shadow seemed very intelligent and knew the ins and outs of being sneaky and dodgy. It would definitely help him battle not to get hit and maybe take enemies by surprise. With that, Diana turned on her heel and left the room.
Finish eating. Afterwards, you should start training.
Oh, good egg drops. Everyone in the room nodded their affirmation as Diana and Zero left.
Well, it looks like we'll be busy for the next couple of days.
Welcome home to the Demon World. Aren't you glad you're home?
This'll be fun.
Man, training's gonna suck.
I'm laughing for you.
It'll be worth it, though.
Damien's right.
Seriously, can somebody please get Eric his shirt? We all finished eating. Everyone left to either train or do things on their own. I left to start my own work, determined to be prepared for what was to come. The Demon Lord wasn't going to win. I wouldn't let him. Choosing Shadow defied almost every part of my morale compass. He seemed like a He seemed like a fantastic sociopath lacking a care for anyone but the words and himself. So I had to admit his personality made me curious about his abilities. After all, he was the one that almost sent me back home through Diana's shadow. At the memory the void filled my thoughts, I began to try and dissect how it was done. Was Shadow's doorways here? Was Shadow just that powerful? How exactly was he able to imprison Shadow into a void through the world? Maybe this was the reason why I had chosen him as my trainer. My curiosity about his abilities was piquing at me, and I needed answers. Learning some of the abilities myself was just the icing on the cake. Oh, goodness. I was guided to the library by a scout, most likely under orders, and found Shadow reading through scrolls on the table near the fireplace. Upon me entering, Shadow looked over.
Ah, there you are. Come, sit.
Okay. Shadow motioned a hand towards one of the seats, almost dismissively, as he continued to pore over what he was reading. I followed his directions, sat down in the chair, watching him. For a full minute, he said nothing. I watched as he read each line of the scroll before him, and occasionally switched scrolls to read the other that had written down on them. The handwriting was in a hasty scribbled Latin, so there was no way for me to understand it. However, I began to feel a little agitated. Weren't we supposed to be turning? Excuse me. Oh, he's gonna be one of those characters, you can tell. Okay, so, excuse me. I need to get his attention. This is a little ridiculous. Was he not told that he was supposed to actually turn me? Why would he expect me, though? Despite my statement, Shadow continued to ignore me and kept browsing through the scrolls on the table. Oh, for God's sake. Shadow. Still nothing. I was becoming even more agitated at the silence. I decided to simply stand up and hopefully to catch his attention. However, as I attempted to, I felt myself unable to push off the chair. Like I was stuck to the seat. Oh, come on, Shadow. Huh? I looked at the chair I was in. It was a simple chair. How was I stuck? I wiggled a little bit in my seat, noting that I wasn't sitting on anything sticky, nor was anything keeping me down physically. What the hell? I attempted to stand up once more, unable to move any further than a centimeter up from the seat before needing to sit back down.
Do you understand now, human?
You're good, but I'm still annoyed at you for this. I looked at Shadow, seeing him continue to visually ignore, but noticed the small smirk on his lips. He was holding me down somehow.
When you can stand, we will begin.
Oh, you were kidding. My eyes widened. This was a chest? This was unfair trouble of a chest they fell into, and now I had to find my way out. I had to figure out how he was trapping me to the chair and stand. This was going to be an adventure and a half. I looked down around my body on the seat, seeing my shadow beneath me. It was pretty obvious that he was using my shadow to hold me down. But the question was, how was I going to break its hold? I took a moment and let my thoughts dissect the problem. He was holding me by the shadow. He had been. It only made sense. If someone made my shadow disappear, then his hold would vanish along with it. However, how was I going to do that? My shadow was beneath me, formed by the shape of my body and the firelight. Then it hit me. The firelight. I looked at the fireplace, seeing it burning bright from the pier within its mouth. It illuminated the room and gave every person and object a shadow. As I stared into it, my plan became set. I smiled as I gripped the armrest and planted my feet on the floor. I pulled the chair up onto one of its legs, pushing off the ground with my foot, and completely turned the chair around facing away from it. My entire body became covered in shadow, for I knew my plan had worked. I no longer felt a hole in me, keeping me in the chair. My shadow vanished in the new darkness around me. I quickly pushed up off the chair, finally able to stand. It seemed so freeing to be able to stand again. Having been trapped in that chair, I felt my body stand straight. Shadow let out impressive, Trapped. Continue.
Quicker than I anticipated.
Why, thank you. You weren't expecting that from a human, were you? I glared, but you honestly think that little of me. Okay. Well, we can't just leave. We're not leaving. So, seriously? I had to stare at Shadow. Like he had 5 heads. As he turned to me, he smirched my facial expression, causing me to fight back the urge to snap at him.
I had to see how intelligent you were. I'm not going to waste time on someone who doesn't know how to use their brain.
Ooh. Despite the insult, I could feel that he was underhandedly complimenting me in some twisted way. I guess what I was able to pull out of his statement was that I was smart enough to fend for myself. I could tell that he was going to be both an annoying progress, but at least an interesting one. Shadow shook his head and stepped away from the table and towards me. He gripped the chair I was on and turned it back around to face the fireplace before crossing his arms. Oh, gosh darn it.
What I will be teaching you are mere basics of dark magic. You will be able to hide in plain sight, control your environment, and even defend against impossible odds. I expect you to use these abilities wisely. Understood?
Right. I suddenly became excited. I'd be able to do all those things. The idea of it all became rather fascinating and outright too good to be true. However, I was in the demon world. Anything was possible. I nodded and mentally prepared for whatever he threw my way. I wouldn't fall for another trap. Shadow took in a breath and let a silent sigh before closing his eyes. His body became pitch black, covered by a wave of shadows. Despite the fireplace on his body, his form slowly melted down into the ground and faded into the shadow of the table beside him. What? I became confused, but as I stood for a moment, there was only silence as I replied. Was this what he meant by using my brain? I had to copy him? How did he even do that? How was I going to even start trying? You're not going to tell me how to do that. I was once again greeted by silence, making me let a sigh. I had to figure it out. I replied the spell in my head from memory, trying to discern how he made himself into a shadow. Maybe I had to think about becoming a shadow. Did that make sense? I closed my eyes and tried to imagine darkness cover me. As stupid as it sounded, it was worth a shot. However, as I did, something in my nerves seemed to make me hesitate. I could sense a feeling of cold dread try and take over my body as I thought about the darkness. Was something I was supposed to feel? I suddenly felt scared. I started to second-guess my desire to learn about dark magic.
Why are you hesitating?
Good question. Stop hesitating. Go for it. I heard Shadow's voice rumble through the air, causing me to question the training. Did I want to go through with this? Yes. 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 Shook my head. I needed to be brave about this. This is a new set of skill I could use in battle. I just had to take it slow. I closed my eyes again, took a deep breath, and focused on becoming a shadow. A cold feeling ran through my body, crawling over my skin and completely enveloped me in its embrace. Soon my entire body became surrounded in frozen numbness. I opened my eyes aghast at the sight. Shadow was once again in front of me. The room around us had become visually dark and misty, like I was in another world. My body felt light as I stepped towards my trainer in confusion. Shadow lifted an aura and gestured dismissively around us towards the environment.
Welcome to the Shadow Plane.
Oh. Yay! We did it! We became a shadow! We are now a ninja! Well, sort of a demonic ninja shadowy person. Yay! The Shadow Plane?
Indeed. Think of it as a copy of the real world. But no one lives here except shadows.
Oh. I frowned my eyebrows, still confused, but gasped as I heard quick footsteps rushing outside the door. I was shocked to see the demons in the black hoods and cloaks running back and forth along the hall. What the hell?
Those are my scouts. They use this plane to travel without being hindered by other beings. They're much quicker this way.
Right. I looked to the ground, seeing it coated completely black in darkness. How was I able to be here if this was a new plane? I thought I was trapped in the demon world. How can I be here if I'm cursed?
This plane is part of the demon world, so the curse does not affect you coming here. We are currently shadows of the real world, untouchable and barely traceable.
Oh! Otherwise, we're totally screwed. I nodded, taking in what he was saying, so I was able to roam around now and not be seen. That was an interesting power. Shadow began to walk out of the room, ushering me to follow him.
Come. You will see the benefit of this world in action.
Okay. I quickly followed, excited to see what we were going to do, where we were going. What was he going to show me? A hall. Okay. Shadow and I walked quietly through the hall. I could faintly see the outline of people who were not in the Shadow Plane, and became shocked to see shadows simply passing through them as they weren't there. A couple the people passed through me, I felt instinctively strange, but physically felt nothing. It was like I was a ghost. We truly were shadows. As we arrived at the war room, Shadow stopped me and peered inside. I crouched and looked through the door as well, hiding out of instincts. What the hell are you? Hello there, little friend. Who are you? You're quite interesting. I've never seen you before. Yes, I was Diana, a person covered by a cloak. Diana's face painted the situation in motion very clearly, as one of agitation towards the girl who stood before her at attention.
Shama, I understand that he didn't accept it, but where did you take it?
I was told to throw it away.
Your master told you to throw it away.
Throw what away?
As I said, ma'am.
Diana gazed at the hooded figure, burying her stare into her soul. However, Diana could only sigh. What was Diana asking about? What did the figure throw away?
Very well. You are dismissed.
The demon bowed and left the room, passing through me and Shadow. It still felt weird that people were able to go through me, but I shook it out as Shadow cleared his throat.
Scare the succubus.
What? Are you out of your mind? You must be bloody crazy. You want me to scare her? Why? What? I looked up at Shadow, surprised at this amount. However, his cold gaze pierced through into me, letting me know that he was serious about what he was asking of me. It's making no sense. Fearful. I had to scare Diana. How? The idea of peering behind her came to mind, but Shadow seemed to know what I was thinking.
Scare her from this plane.
Are you mental? If she finds out it's me, I'm going to be so dead. Nothing. Now things became complicated. This was a space where I was just walking through people. How was I going to even phase into the hair world? Lifting the room, taking note of everything. The light in the room was pretty bright. Her shadow was cast against the wall, mimicking Diana's actual movement. Was I able to do anything with that? What about the light in the room? Was it possible to dim lights like a ghost? It seemed a bit complicated, but it could be fun. I took a moment to think before deciding. Oh my god, we are really doing this. I have to scare Diana. Oh my god, this is not going to go bad. Alright, well, unfortunately, guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Will we successfully scare Diana of her wits, or will Diana be extremely annoyed at us for even attempting to do so? Will Shadow fail us? I don't know. Let's find out in the next episode. Bye-bye, guys. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Oh, this is going to be interesting.